Hi, in today's Zen AI session, I'm going to show you how Copilot can be used to do SQL plan analysis and capacity planning without touching database. When just on console, when you have just few SQLs of your application or product and you want to do capacity planning, you to do SQL plan analysis, that you can do just in this browser, GitHub browser, or wherever you are running Copilot or any tool like Client and so, right? So let's start. So I have done that in my previous session. I had created purposely I had created a log where more than 8 services uh, are communicating each other for a transaction, and based on that I given a prompt and created this long log file for the analysis. Now let's what we are going to do that I ask Copilot to give a large SQL having few joins. So you few joins like more than 8 or 10 or 12 whatever, and then uh, I wanted to know for that joins, if I change the order of join, how the SQL plan will look like, what will be the cost of that. These all things without touching the database. I'm going to show you how you can do in your wherever you are running your Copilot. So you can see here there is no database instance here. All I'm doing that I'm using GitHub, and there I generated these logs and all using Copilot. So in GitHub also, without installing GitHub in your local, you can come to GitHub to your GitHub account, and there you can do your analysis. So same thing I'm doing over here, right? Like you can see here that based on log that I already have, I asked given a prompt that generate a SQL which can have more than 8 or so joins. So you can see based on that prompt, it generated a SQL which is having joins like this, and this is very common for the production SQLs, right? More than this line, sometimes you'll see 500 lines of SQL or thousands lines of SQL in very old or new products, right? So there you can use Copilot to do your analysis, and this is what I'm going to show you that this is the SQL. Usually if you do this analysis in your local and all that traditionally, like then you have to struggle with lots of combination and tools, whatever tools you are using for this, there you will be struggling a little bit. But here just see I have given this SQL, and then I ask for this the analysis of this, like how this just to explain this SQL, it has given me these details. Now I'm asking about the in next prompt, I'm asking about the explain the plan of the SQL plan of this, right? So you can see here it is as per the SQL, it is telling me how the SQLs will be accessed, what index range will be used and all. And then here like it is telling me like what has joined and sort merge join temporary segments, these all will be applied, and based on that it given me the SQL plan. See here, even time also, like expected time, and don't go exactly on this, but uh, as per my experience I did my in my local and it's very close to the actual values. So it depends on your knowledge also, like how much you are having a capability to tweak this and know and rearrange this joins. Like sometimes happen like if you change the join order, result will be different. So it is depends on your requirement, right? So based on that you can tweak this and see here this explain plan. So you can see we are not at all touching database over here, right? So this is the benefit. Like say if your team is just starting in such huge case, much before the actual development you can do this all analysis without touching any database, right? And you can share with your team this is how the schema should be designed, and SQL should be running, or the cluster should be procured for you or configured for you for such database. So next thing I'm going to show you, and because I just wanted to continue the context, see, I randomly thought like, okay, if this database is sitting in some region of US, and I'm trying to access this from India, like say, looks like I have given this kind of like, yeah, see here, the database is in US, and I'm accessing it from India. How much latency overall it will come look like? See here, right? So for this, I don't have to run these things in database, right? You can show a standard in a standard environment. It is showing me this is the 250 to 300 milliseconds will take, and again, like, you can tweak your as per your cluster or the configurations that you are following, and the regions from here you are hitting this, your users might be hitting this database or a schema, the value will look like this. You can see here lot of volume of data transfer, how much data will be there, and then what you can do, like if you have the proper SQL, just write the SQL over here, give the SQL over here, it will give you the all details. See here, even total estimated time, this is really helpful. This is really helpful. See here, optimized query, data caching, data replication, so data replica, and these all things you can find here without touching your database. So see how this is helpful. This is really very beneficial for the projects in initial phase of the products, when you are or in use case when you are doing your analysis, like how much capacity or how much time overall it will take, and it will be very helpful to your dev team, and yeah, sometime to architecture and the planning teams as well, right?